Minglawa. This is the weekly highlight news of Radio NUG. I'm James. Here are the news highlights for this week. The Union Prime Minister of the National Unity Government, Win Khaing Thann, attends Myanmar 12/2024 Cabinet Meeting of the National Unity Government. The leader of the Myanmar Parliamentary Delegation, Dr. Win Khaing Thann, attends the 148th International Parliamentary Conference in Geneva, Switzerland. The terrorist military junta forces launch heavy weapons, burned down over 300 houses, and forced more than 6,000 residents to flee their homes in the mother village, Damio Township Monastery, and other interesting news. These are the weekly news details. The Union Prime Minister of the National Unity Government, Win Khaing Thann, attended the number 12/2024 Cabinet Meeting of the National Unity Government. The Union Prime Minister stated during the meeting that in the 6 months since last October, we have witnessed the terrorist military juntas and forces have gradually disintegrated. Their strength has weakened. There has been an increase in never before seen surrender and desertion, and they are even addressing the issues of the forced recruitment. People are quite concerned about the forced conscription, and the economy has been affected. He also brought up the issue of the labor shortage in the industrial zones of Yangon. The relevant revolutionary forces are attempting to respond to this forced recruiting in various ways, the Union Prime Minister stated. Furthermore, the Union Prime Minister urged the people to continue to work together as a unified front, as there is no other way to overcome this evil terrorist military junta. The leader of the Myanmar Parliamentary Delegation, Dr. Win Khaing Thann, attended the 148th International Parliamentary Conference in Geneva, Switzerland on 26th of March. Dr. Win Khaing Thann delivered a speech at the conference-generated event titled Parliamentary Diplomacy, Building Bridges for Peace and Understanding. In his speech, he stated that like many people from conflict-affected countries, the people of Myanmar asked for your help to reduce the pain being perpetrated upon them by the brutal military junta. Their needs are very simple. These are to support their efforts to end the illegal military rule in Myanmar and embedding a peaceful society which respects international human rights and law. Since the military coup in 2021, 2.7 million people have been forced to flee their homes to escape the military junta's onslaught of air and artillery strikes, execution and killings, rapes, torture, arbitrary detentions, enforced disappearance, and persecution. At present, nearly 19 million people are now in need of humanitarian assistance, which includes 6 million children. The recent military junta announcement to uplift the conscription law despite no external threats have served to accelerate displacement, house-to-house intimidation, corruption, and fear, with the number freely growing exponentially. The committee representing Suludo and its representatives are leading and collaborating with our people to end the military junta illegal rule, to end the violence, to restore peace and parliamentary democracy, their atrocity, as we protect our people and our rights. At the same time, they are working hand in hand with the country's stakeholders to find a solution to the current political situation. On 24th and 25th of March, the Myanmar Parliamentary Delegation had spring meeting with delegates from Duwa Lashi, Japan, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Germany. They reviewed Myanmar's changing situation, including increased airstrikes by the terrorist military junta's forces and other adult brutality, as well as cooperation on the Myanmar's democracy struggle. Deputy Minister for the Ministry of Human Rights of the National Unity Government, Wang Jomu, remarked on social media in March that Myanmar's political forces and people's attitudes about the Rohingya will not change. In the current situation, not only the Rohingya, but also all the civilians throughout the country are being oppressed. He also stated that when we experience the suffering, we become sympathetic, we understand. So, in such a situation, please understand that some people have a big-hearted and have not sympathized with us in the past. Welcome and comfort them. According to the Deputy Minister, Myanmar's political forces and people have no plan of changing their attitudes about the Rohingya. There is no reason for this to become an unethical situation. The Deputy Minister added that the terrorist military junta is arming the Rohingya and enabling them to defend themselves and to reduce the crimes they have committed in the past. According to the Monetary Federal Council (MSFC), Myanmar's Army, Navy and Air Force, under the control of the terrorist military junta, launched heavy weaponry and burned down over 300 houses, forcing over 6,000 civilians to flee the mother village, Jaimeo Township in Monstay. On 27 of March, the terrorist military junta used heavy weaponry to burn down the village of Damatap, which is home to the majority of the Mon people and has no armed forces. According to MSFC, the terrorist military junta's forces did not dare to fight the Mon and Karen armed forces as well as people's revolutionary organizations. Therefore, they intentionally targeted the local people. Furthermore, the terrorist military junta's forces also prohibited the arrival of the fire engine to assist with the fire, and MSFC strongly condemned this inhuman act. As war crimes and crimes against humanity were committed, the terrorist military junta took similar action in many parts of the Chin State, the Sakai region, Karenni State, and Kayun State. They have also committed immense State. To put an end to this inhuman acts of terrorism as soon as possible, MSFC urged for the end of the terrorist military junta and encourages the entire people to push and fight against it in a various way. The Mon State Federal Council (MSFC) also requested Mon people in Mon State, Mon ethnic groups residing abroad, the general public and international organizations to send humanitarian aid to Mon State residents who are homeless and suffering as a result of the terrorist military extremist acts. The two parliaments intensively discussed $121 million for Myanmar. The US President Joe Biden has signed and approved, although the Senate requested $121 million. The House of Representatives only allocated $50 million. But the $121 million for Myanmar was approved thanks to the negotiation. On Saturday, 23rd of March, both houses of Congress passed the US government budget, which the president immediately signed it into law. Among the $121 million, the US Department of State, under the Burma Act, international development aid agencies and humanitarian aid, people affected by war conflicts, ethnic armed organizations in Myanmar, People's Defense Forces (PDF) and pro-democracy groups will all receive technical and non-weapons assistance. Additionally, it has been stated that the US government will allow financial funds to be used for aid from 2023 to 2027. These are the weekly highlight news of Radio NUCC. We will present more interesting weekly local news to you. Thanks for joining our news.